Hello and welcome back to our adventures in Westeros. We are still here at Castle Rock, enjoying the hospitality of Lord Tywin, but we need to go out there and make some money because, well, we don't have very much of it. I did briefly have a look at our camp and was seeing whether there was anything I really wanted from it, and, well, there isn't a ton in here that I think we necessarily want immediately. I don't really care about provisions capacity right now. We're not really going on that long a trip. I don't think we have that many plagues to worry about, so I'm not worried about that. We don't have an army currently, so fatal casualties matters fairly little to us. A very, very small amount of travel speed here. A very small, small increase to our skirmishers, which we don't have. It's like, this doesn't really matter. Mess tent? Maybe this one matters. This one means that prowess schemes will be quicker. I guess we are doing a lot of prowess schemes right now. Maybe we invest in this because we're going to end up doing a lot of them in the area. Also unlocks the ability for us to have a cook, which means that we can make enemy hostile schemes slower. Hopefully nobody's plotting against us. Alright, we could potentially do that. Roaring campfire? Don't think we need, although I guess it would be okay, but the problem is that, again, we're not really fighting anything right now, so this doesn't really do anything. This one, again, we don't have men-at-arms, this isn't doing anything. This one's kind of interesting. Not the enemy hostile scheme stuff, but the ability for us to increase our travel speed by, like, a larger amount. That's quite useful if we're planning on doing a lot of traveling or doing a lot of escorting contracts. But I feel like the one that we want to go for right now is Mess Tent. I think actually this is pretty good. What's it go to? Yeah, so we can make this at the max rank. Now obviously max rank needs us to upgrade our pavilion a lot, but we can get it so that this means that it's 30 days faster per scheme phase. That's pretty good when our scheme phase was last time I think at the end like 45 days. If it's 30 days faster, then that's 15 days per phase. So that sounds pretty good. Anyway, let's just do this for now. Yes, so we'll start constructing that. It's going to take 5 months anyway, so it's going to take a while. And then we want to go. I think we want to do the Hunt Criminals one. So this one requires you to slay a particular character either via a duel, completing a martial skill challenge, or by throwing your men at arms at them and taking losses. Let's see how this goes. And I believe that this one is not a scheme. This one is immediate, which is why I think we want to do it first, because we're going to go there, do it, it's pass or fail, we come back, and then we can go to one of these two afterwards. Now, the other question is, do we want to just move our camp over here? I don't know if we're allowed to move our camp over. Well, it doesn't. I don't know whether that's going to keep the same contracts. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's stay in Castle Rock. Yeah. Take contract. Oh, there we go. This is what I was wanting. This band of Lord Ilyn wrinkles his nose distastefully. Malcontents have been harassing my private estates. They burn, kill, and steal with near impunity, slipping away before my retainers can clap them in the irons they so richly deserve. I nod. The gang must be slippery to warrant such a private bounty. Their leader is one Byron the Evil. Bring me his head before he can slip away for good. What is that helmet? That is ridiculous looking. I love it. He's also a better fighter than me. That's very worrying. Right, we move as one. So we're going to move our entire group. Well, hopefully I don't end up all the way up there, but yes, we're going to move our entire group over. Oh yes, while I'm traveling, can I change the... No, I cannot change travel options, I don't think, while I'm on the road here. I was kind of hoping I could. Anyway, bring me his head. We first meet Byron the Evil in the ragged hills of Lonmont. The lance of Smith spread out towards and around his own little band of ne'er-do-wells, all of us tensed and ready for bloodshed. Mumbles Byron, stroking his chin. Well, I imagine in most things he says sounds like, given that he's in that helmet, but anyway. I'd expected more of him, honest. Clearly the good Lord's budget is suffering, so, shall we? Byron's group is clearly outnumbered, but they seem resolute nonetheless, willing to defend their leader or die in the attempt. So we can try and do a duel to the death. The problem with a duel to the death is we're likely going to lose it. We can signal an ambush from behind, or I could use a man like you. I think we have to signal an ambush. It's a 71% chance that something good happens. And it's a 30% chance that we immediately get this completed. So let's do it. We did it! Wonderful. That was rather well done. I toss Byron the Evil's severed head to Lord Illin's agent, the red-purple meat landing wetly beside them. Masterful stroke managing to cull this bastard without taking significant losses, my lord. I'm not sure many could have conceived of it, remarks the lord's servant, gingerly handing over her pay at the same time. The words are of little consequence, but the delicious weight of the fat purse and its cargo of silver help make her little hunt thoroughly worthwhile. So this guy's now added to our roll of patrons. Yeah, fantastic. That's very good. Job well done. Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't want to travel all that way. Abort travel. Take me back. I didn't want to go all the way up there. Okay, I guess I'm in Castamere right now. There anything in Castamere that we could go to? Yeah, so we could go over here, I guess. Actually, we're already somewhere, apparently. We're already at Ruin Holding. Can I visit the Ruin Holding? No. Okay, so that's not something you can do, because it's a Ruin Holding. Okay, but we could head to this one if we wanted to. As we make our way back along. Or we could just hang out here for now. Available perks. Finding your way unlocks the designated terrain decision. Alright. My experience of this decision is not very good based upon our last playthrough. My experience of it is that it constantly asks you to choose a terrain and completely forgets what terrain you have. Well prepared decreases travel option cost. That's quite nice. Gives it more supply duration and travel safety. Move domicile speed up. Provision use down. Provision capacity up. Unlocks the private army travel option. Where do these go? Let's just go to monuments. Monuments could be interesting, I guess. Beyond that, there's not a ton in here that I'm particularly worried about doing. Here, this one lets us do hikes. Different culture opinion. Children have a chance to gain prowess and traveler. Whenever you move your camp, gain fame equal to 15 times your diplomacy skill once every 3 months. It's kind of nice, I guess. Prowess per level of fame is quite nice as well. And then this one gives us lots of bonuses in our designated terrain. Yeah, I think I might go down this one. Also, interesting, county fertility growth is in here. Yeah, that's weird. That shouldn't be in here because that's only for nomads, but I guess it just includes it anyway. Let's go to well prepared. Sure, let's do that. I think going down this path seems interesting. Right. Then actually, I am going to move my camp back over here. Somewhere over here anyway. Maybe to this one? Yeah, let's go to this castle right here. Move. And then, as people have pointed out, there is a travel option, Scout for Talent, that we should do, which allows you to recruit wanderers, which sounds very useful. Also, if I remember correctly, if you choose these options down here, it just, like, these guys never leave your camp. I don't know if that's still the case, but that was the case last time I played an adventure. Like, basically, you would choose, like, I'm going to hire an experienced captain, and then you would always have an experienced captain, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to head back over here. Right. Can I not visit here? You are not available. Ah, there we go. Now I'm available. Cool. Also, have we finished our building? No, 4 months left. Right. We can also make requests of these guys. What requests have I got? Could arrange a marriage. He would need to have people to marry, potentially. Has 11 marriable, unimportant women. Oh, okay. Does he haven't? I assume that means he has no important women who we could marry. Okay, interesting. I could ask for gold, potentially, or provisions. I don't know. I think I'm going to ask this guy for some provisions. about the other one? Lord Ilan. Lord Ilan, how many people do you have in your court? 3 marriable, unimportant women. Alright, so what would be really useful here is whether this... Like, what would be really useful is if it would tell me who they are. I think that's kind of important, because otherwise I have to go in here and go, is it you? Are you unimportant? No, you're married. And then go down the list. I think, yeah, it would be nice if it just told me. Anyway, I'm going to get into provisions, because he doesn't have any money. Wonderful. And then we're going to go on a contract. We are going to go and do hired muscle for Lord Melwyn Sarsfield. Let's do that. Urgently seeks discreet swords for hire for short posting. Yeah, let's go. And we'll scout for talent on the way there. Hired muscle. My needs are simple. There are certain thorns in the rows of Sarsfield, and I would have you remove these prickly characters. Alright, we shall do so. Let's see what we've got. I know I could just auto-invite, but I'm just checking what my options are here. So I think you're still best at the bodyguard, looking at this. Yeah, so she's still best as our bodyguard. And then the other two would obviously be you and you. And then footpad can be... Well, you're 16... Oh, sorry, that's 17 and 9, so that's 26 overall. That's 15 overall. So yes, obviously we'll do footpad and then lookout. Right. Seems good to me. We're still at the 66% that we were at before, but it's only 30 days per phase. So if we were to reduce that number of days down, we'd be at the minimum speed of 10, right? In theory, if we finish this path that we're on. So that'd be cool. Anyway, let's unpause. See what happens. Right. We can heist treasuries. Don't need to worry about doing that. Number of keys is going up. A well-oiled machine. A little forest of tents, putting itself up every few evenings, is something we've gotten very, very good at of late. First one, then another, with people and tools spreading out down the lines to help their neighbours in a model of speed and efficiency. Leona and Cadwyn, who've generally gotten along in the past, seem to be especially bonding tonight as they aid one another. A place for everything and everything in its place. Let's say, good to see those two getting on. Sure. Good to see that. Hey, we finished our mess tent. So that should now mean that this is... Well, it's now at 40 days per phase. So it's actually gone up. Alright. Interesting. I was going to say it should be down a little bit, but I guess not. Right. So, what do we need to upgrade this, apart from money? Nothing. Just money. Alright then. Oh, that also means I now have a cook position open. Anyone good at that? No, the only person we have is Leona, and they're terrible. Alright then. Well, I guess we won't put them in that position then. Right. We're at 5. Well, it's only 40% chance. I think we're going to 10 again, probably. How many days per phase? It is 40 days per phase still. Huh, interesting. I don't know why maybe the first phase was just less. For whatever reason. Alright. In here, we can make requests again? Really? That seems rather quick. Gain a little gold off of this request. How many marriageable ones? 3. Let's gain a little gold. He probably doesn't like us very much due to some of this. Yeah. That's okay. We'll accept just in general. Okay. So I'll get a little gold. And alignment. I can also get a little gold from you as well. Wonderful. That's what we like to see. I'm a little bit richer. Followers gained a nickname. Ardenio has become the Bald, which I assume he got that nickname because he's just shaved all of his hair off. Alright then. Well, I hope he's happy with the choice. Well, I also hope it was a choice, I guess, in that case. For my sake. Please, Tristan. You work too much. It's like this contract is consuming you, moans my friend, Ardenio, for what feels like the 100th time. I have been diligent of late, there's no denying that, but no more than necessary, surely. The haggard look of worry across Adenio's face tells me that that may not be the case. For you, of course, so we can put our relationship first. Makes our scheme phases slower and lowers our maximum success chance. A true friend wouldn't ask this of me. Yes, the end matters most, so the scheme grows quicker, or the only way out is through. Well, let's say that we will. You know, let's do it. Plenty in common. Life in close quarters tends to magnify relationships, good and bad. Fortunately for Arnessa and Leona, their common interest in staying happy with their humble lot in life has proven to be a strong bonding agent. The two laughing and joking together at camp and riding alongside one another on the road is becoming an increasingly common sight. I can encourage their friendship, which probably means that it's going to fail. Try to break them apart, or good for them. I'm going to say, good for them. Sure. Oh, actually, no, they become friends no matter what. So it would just make them dislike me. Alright, I'm going to say good for them. Right. So now we're at 10. The thing about us being at 10 now is that now means that we are, we're back to the 66% that we were at a couple of seconds ago. So we could just wait a little bit more. I guess we could wait till like 20 if we want to. Problem is, the longer we wait, the more like opportunity cost we have in this one, as in the worse it's going to be for us if it fails. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's truly fortunate that I'm afforded a chance to plan this contract with my friend Adenio at my side. A better, more observant aide no man could ask for. Always willing to go the extra mile for our needs. Always focused on how best to achieve advance the contract. Most recently, his work has resulted in a shortcut that could save us a significant amount of time. He got us 2 more advantages. Wonderful! A friendly clamour. It's tough to describe what's so appealingly intimate about the low buzz of a camp settling in for the evening. Maybe it's the flagrant ambitions to see the world constantly flaunted, enthusiasm that comes with camping under an open sky, or even the chittering cries of local birds as night begins to fall. All of this forms a quiet, comforting blanket of familiarity. This is my domain, and these are my people. A small kingdom, but one where I know every sight, sound, and soul. Well, we can eat with the camp due to having a mess. 10? Yeah. For 10 years, that gets us follower opinion. Or I can retire and simply listen. Let's get my meal before the mess is swamped. Also, are we steadfast? We are steadfast, which gives us army toughness and contract scheme growth. Cool. Right. Carrying on. We're now at 14. 15, I think, is 10%, so that would give us a 71% chance of passing. We might as well go to 20 at this point. We've already committed quite a lot to this, so let's continue. Oh, apparently I can ask for more requests. It must be yearly. I'm assuming that, yeah, he's just going to say no right now. Yeah, that's fair enough. How about you? You would say yes, despite me having asked for one recently. Alright, give me another 20 gold. Right. Which we can now spend on upgrading our mess hall a little bit. Right? Our mess tent. Yeah, this seems good. I'm just seeing what other stuff we're getting from this. So it's just going to make the prowess schemes faster. So yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade it a little bit more. So we're now at 17. Map painting. There's something therapeutic about cartography. Taking pen and brush to canvas, watching the curves and contours of a region come alive, seeing the world from a whole new perspective. It's simply a pleasant exercise, one that I find taking up many of my idler evenings of late. This newest may be my greatest creation yet, a complete illustrated and annotated chart of the Westlands. I shall create an illustrious work. So there's a chance that I just become really stressed, but because I'm diligent, there is a chance it becomes really good. But because I'm diligent, I will lose stress as well. And this one's the one that gives us a chance of getting a really good artifact. My map will be famed across the world. I would gain more stress if it fails, because it's the less diligent thing. I'm also only 1% more chance 2% more chance? No, 1% more chance of it being successful. I aim to always create masterworks. So, again, I'm gaining a lot of stress if it fails. But, less chance of failure, or simply have fun with it. I think, unfortunately, I'm probably going to fail no matter what. But let's go for the 15% chance, because at least that gives us something. Like, I don't think we're going to get 5. Realistically, our options are 1, 3, or 4, because 2 is stupid, because it's 1% more likely to be successful, but it has more drawbacks. Yeah. I think I like 4, probably it's the best option, but this one's the one that's more interesting. Well, I didn't get it. That's alright. We're going to grab Storyteller. Legend spread chances up, which doesn't matter, but we gain fame from travel and hike events. So we're probably not going to do that many hike activities, but fame from travel is cool. Right. And let's wait a little bit. We're about to hit 19 keys. My spot. Move your accursed tent, damn it, Cadwin. This is my spot, cries Adenio, disrupting my evening walk. Cadwin seems unmoved, simply folding his arms across his chest. Can't be your spot if it's got my tent up on it. Now can it? He snarks back, desperate for a higher authority. Adenio whirls round to me. Leader Tristan, please, I beg of you, discipline this wretch. I'm going to side with my friend, probably, over the trembling knight. Yes, I side with Adenio. Right, and I gained a favor hook on him, which I will probably never use, but now I have it. Right, so now we're at 20. That's the max number of advantages that does anything. So, let's do this. We get 20% extra to our chance. This is 81% chance. Let's go. Failure? Ooh, you see, this is what I was meaning. If we wait all the way to 20 and then fail, we've invested a lot and we got nothing in return. You had one job, Tristan. Silence some mouthy pricks. Keep them quiet for a few months, then come back and collect your silver. My face remains stoic. It may be galling, but it's best to let the Lord express his frustrations verbally, lest he resort to doing so with force of arms. Perhaps I'm a fool for expecting any better of a Ramblu like yourself. Can't be helped, I suppose. There's a pause, as I wait to see if the man has aught else to say. You may go, now if you please. Back to the wilds. We failed our scheme. Well, that's not good. Ooh, scout for talent, a willing follower. I come across a man while passing through 3 hills. He is lewd and taps his foot as I approach. How do I know his lewd? Oh, okay. I read ahead a little bit. I am tired of getting kicked around like a dog. No one respects me here. Everyone laughs as soon as Jocelyn is uttered. Fools, debaucherers, swades. God, I get so mad. I must get out of here. Actually, I still don't know how he's lewd, but anyway. Maybe he's naked if you have that option selected. I would be willing to join your camp, he continues. A few coins would be enough to lure me away from this place. I don't have 50. I could pay you in food and clothes. Or hit the road. Well, I'm going to recruit him. Apparently I'm recruiting him as my stooge. Well, sure. I will recruit this lewd man as my stooge. Won't be missed. As we continue through 3 hills, my eyes catch an elaborately decorated tomb amidst a network of common graves. The tomb appears to be cracked open, and just within its mouth I see the glimmer of some unknown treasure. None but my party appear to be around, and surely whomever once owned the contents of this tomb would not cast judgment on me for taking what would otherwise go unused. Well, I don't really want to desecrate the dead. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like I want to desecrate the dead. Either way, I gain critical stress. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Alright, well, I gained a stress level, which is fair because I failed my contract. Wanton desires. Lately, it feels as if I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Oh my. With all the hardships of my everyday life, it is all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? I can convert to the faith of the blessed. I can become athletic, or I can bite my lip and try to stay focused. Well, as much as converting to a new faith is interesting, athletic is incredible. So I'm going to take athletic for now. And we'll see where things go from there. Well, I guess we're going to go and do another hired muscle scheme. In theory, it should be 5 days faster per phase, but we'll see. Yeah, it's the same type of quest, so we will head off. Is that really the quickest way? Ah, river crossing. I was going to say, is that really the quickest way? But it's because we have to go over a river. So our choice is this way or like going all the way around there. So, yes, it is the quickest route. Right. Hey, we finished the mess tent. So that now means it's going to be 10 days quicker in theory. Get on with our task. I want to have a quick look here at our mess tent. So, what do we need for the next level? Money. Oh, alright then. Back to this. Wait, no, back to this. Let's put some people in. So we got 11, 7, 6. 11, 7, 6. 12, 9, 7. So you're at 9. So you're obviously going in here. Then 11. Then 7. That puts us up to 67% as our base. Footpad is then going to be Cadwin, and Lookout is going to be Lothar. Oh, which actually gets us 17 there, which is fantastic. So it's 33 days per phase. I think I figured it out. It's because it's this might be a martial scheme, or is a I thought this would be a prowess scheme because it had the prowess symbol, but that looks like the martial symbol. So this must be a martial scheme, not a prowess scheme. That must be why we're... Like, you see, because I saw this and assumed it was going to be a prowess scheme. But it says complete a martial scheme. Oh, that's why the days weren't going down. It's because it's a different type of scheme. Ah, well, that's fine. Well, 33 days. Let's go. Journey of a lifetime. As I turn in for the night, I hear some commotion coming from around my guards. I can scarcely believe my eyes as I behold... Eric, a member of Russell's own court, is the source of this disturbance, as he argues with my bodyguards. He calls out to me from the far end of the camp. Please, hear me out, Lord. Life at court is such a bore. I cannot stomach another day of it. I wish to join you on the endless road ahead if you would have me. Eric, Whiteling, a noble. Okay. I'll take you on, but you have to work to impress, run home, or come with me. I don't know if we're going to make him our second, because he'd only be average, and we already have people who are average, but I'll take you on, but you'll have to work to impress. Now, is he any good at anything? I don't know. Let's see. It would be nice if you could replace people from this without having to fire them. So you have to kind of remove them and then place somebody in. But we can work this out. So, what we got here? So this one is prowess. So you're probably better at muscle than anyone. Muscle and martial, you're probably above. Yeah, so I think you're probably better than this guy. Because it's purely a prowess check. Yes, you are. So I'm going to fire you. I'm going to put in Eric. There we go. So we're now at 75% base. Now, what we want to do is we want to have a look at Jocelyn here, actually. Yeah, so let's go back to Jocelyn. So you have intrigue of 18 and prowess of 10. Martial of 6. So you're got 17 due to your 8 intrigue. You're 17 due to your 8 intrigue and 8 martial. We go back one here. So we're looking at you. So you're better than either of these guys in theory. Which one's martial? You're martial, so that one's probably worse. Yeah, so you're probably best at footpad. So we want to put... Wait, you're bad at this? Oh, because you're impatient. Okay, so he has a task which makes him bad for it. Right, instead of Lothar, is impatient also against this one? Yeah, okay. Well, there we go then. So, he may be better in stats, but not better in everything else. Alright then. Well, now we're going up to 75%, which is good. Which I imagine will be 10 keys. Which will be perfect, because that'll then make it 85% as a base. Be quite nice. Yeah, it's going to be just about right. Leona is now Leona the Silent. Alright then. Interesting nickname. We got here. Yeah, we can use make requests, but they won't succeed. And we're about to lose a hook. Ins and outs. As we trudge down the road, a building hoves into view. The battered sign outside reads, "The Queen's Head Inn." No luck here tonight. We barely got room for our current lodgers, let alone anyone new. Especially not you ragtag types. Ragtag? Well, I'm not going to threaten them for lodgings, or kill them. Surely we can come to some agreement. I don't have money, so I guess I'm going to have to say, oh well. Let's see where this goes. So we're now at 10. So, let's fire that. So actually, no, this isn't going to be 85, it's going to be 80. But I'm still going to fire it at 80. Success! Wonderful. Wonderful job. The garden of Farron's Keep is beautifully, blissfully silent, and I can rest a little easier tonight. Wonderful. We got a little money, and now we get to head back home. Scout for talent, a willing follower. Hello, my name is Tleos. I know how to rough folks up. Real good I am at it too. Knocked the stable master out in one punch during the last night's brawl I did. My skills could serve you well. Shall we discuss payment? You could be my sworn shield, and you would be good at it. You know what? Sure, Tleos. I'll pay you in food and clothes. Oh, immediately he's got the cape on. Alright. Cool. Right. And now we're kind of done here, although I am a little low on provisions, but I think we're kind of done in this area, unless I want to join this. No, because this is this would involve us having men-at-arms, so I don't want to join that. And I don't want to do an intrigue thing. I guess we want to go on an adventure. What would be nice, actually, with this, would be if it showed you, like, your range. Like, if I wanted to move my camp. Like, what I'd love it to do is say, like, hey, your range is this far. Like, if you want to move camp, this is as far as you can get. You know what we should do before we do that, though? Let's first of all gather provisions here. I'll take the prowess challenge. Found nothing. Well, that's good. Let's visit the castle as well and see if there are any other things we could do. Let's go in here, and we're going to go for the town crier first of all. I would like, I guess, righteousness contracts. Yeah, I kind of wanted you to have some transport contracts. I see, does this cost us something? It costs us prestige. I don't want any of these. Give me supplies. Cadwin cracks his knuckles and looks at me, discreetly nodding in the direction of supplies, mumbling, "Care to make a distraction?" Let's do that. Let's try and get ourselves some provisions. The guards were summoned. Oh no. Well, Lothar gained some experience in the physician trait due to that, which is nice, I guess. Alright, well, let's head back. And then maybe, well, I don't have any money, really, so I guess I'm kind of going. I guess we want to do a small trip. And then go to the next place. Where do we want to actually go? Also, what's happening up here with all... Oh, it's a mountain, I see. I was trying to figure out why there was so much steam coming off of that area of the map. I think it's meant to be, like, fog over the mountain. Where do we want to go? I don't know. So we started here, went over to the Westlands. Let's maybe go down to the Reach here. Maybe we'll head down to Red Bramble. Sure. Can we make it there? I'm going to run out of provisions before we reach Red Bramble. Wow. Alright. Well, I guess I need to look a little bit closer. Maybe head to Farron's Keep. Yeah. Wait, we can probably ask Russell for some provisions. Yeah, Russell, give me some provisions. Also, you got anyone to marry? You have one marriable unportioned woman and one marriable unportioned man. No, give me some provisions. Wonderful. That'll help us a little bit with our trip. So can I make it to Farron's, to Red Bramble? No. But I could maybe make it to Coppermine here. The city of Coppermine. Let's go. Yep. Start moving our camp. We'll head south. Wonderful. Hey, that's the kind of thing I was looking for, an escort emissary one. Although I'd need more provisions if I was going to do that. Oh, there's also one up here as well, where I thought we saw one previously, but anyway, doesn't matter. Let's visit the city holding. And let's see if we can get any supplies, first of all. Yeah, I'm not going to threaten him, so no, I can't get supplies, is the answer. Well, what missions have we got nearby? Nothing that really fits what we're good at. So, let's go back one. Actually, let's go in here. Town Crier. Yeah, why don't you get me a martial duty? Wonderful. And we'll leave this place for right now. And we have a hired muscle or hired muscle. Let's do hired muscle for Lord Amory here. And hopefully when that's done, we can do this escort emissary quest. Right. Let's travel to accept. Wonderful. Get on with our task. Cleos is apparently the best at this. Ooh. Eric can do this one. Cleos can do this one. And Adenio. We're at 90%, which is also at capping at 90. Cadwin can do this one, and our lookout can be Lothar. Wonderful. So this is only 32 days per phase, and it's going up by 9.1%. Alright. That's not too bad. Right. And now we will chill. We'll wait for it to go up. Bound together. As this camp's leader, when two of my more notable followers wish to wed, it is my right to have the last word. They live within my protection, travel on my animals, and break my bread after all. Today's hopeful couple are Leona and Cleos, and with everything else in place, they only await me waving my permission, or else signaling my defiance. I'll permit the union. So Cleos is marrying Leona. Alright. Just to get a rough idea of what's happening in our court. We have Adenio married to Arnessa. And we have Leona married to Cleos. Lothar unmarried. Cadwin unmarried. And Jocelyn and Eric unmarried. Oh, we also have a child, Rufo. Or Rofo, who is Adenio's son. Cool. That's neat. Well, anyway. We're going to continue waiting for this number to go up. Although we can fire this at the moment it hits 90% now. We don't need to wait for like X number of keys. We just need to wait for it to get to 90%, as 90% is the cap no matter what. Anyway. Rounding a little cluster of tents as I leave my pavilion, I come across a gaggle of followers having a dinner around a small hearth. Curiously, both Cadwin and Adenio are amongst them, neither of whom particularly enjoy one another's company. Before I have time to ponder such a strange quirk of seating, Adenio mutters something inaudible, only for the whisper to send Cadwin into a blind rage. With flash, a weapon is drawn and blood is about to be spilled. So I can intervene, arrest Cadwin, or let them play this out. I'm going to imprison Cadwin, I think. Yes. Oh, and he's no longer an agent to my scheme. Well, I guess Arnessa will take that position. Cadwin, Cadwin, Cadwin. What are we going to do with you? We could banish Cadwin, I suppose. Ask him to leave. We could send him to the Night's Watch. He fears taking the black, so we cannot do that. But we could banish him. We could also execute him, I suppose. Well, Let's banish him. Let's send him away. Goodbye, Cadwin. You will be missed. Probably. Right. He is gone. And now, need to take a new thing here. Let's take... yeah, let's take this. Far and wide. Your fame is increased by 10 for every holding you visit. That seems cool. And then we can get off the people next time to gain fame equal to 15 times our diplomacy skill every time we travel. Which sounds cool. Right. Now, we're at 5 schemes. We're going to end up at roughly 10 keys anyway, but that'll be fine. The campfire crackles, illuminating a figure entering our circle. He moves with vigor despite the lateness of the hour, hand wrapped around a walking stick. Those standing guard are already intercepting, but I wave them away. Do you have a place for a man of the Father? He smiles at me, hopefully. Dirty clothes rustling in the stiff breeze. A wandering septon. A septon maybe, but not a septon of the faith of the Seven Faith. That much I can tell. A few of my fellow believers shuffle their feet uncomfortably as they make the same realization. We could do with a man of such worldliness. We can try and get Viserys the Heathen, Westfield, into our camp and say, sit, stay a night and tell us all your stories, or be gone. We don't want your type here. Let's try and recruit the Viserys here. See if he'll join us. Friend to All Holy for 5 years as well, if this works out. He has joined our camp. Ooh. Is he good at anything? He's not good at cooking. Not particularly good as a second either. We should probably have a second at some point. I just want to wait till we have somebody who's actually good at it. Not for any gameplay reason. Gameplay-wise, we could just chuck somebody in and do it, but for, you know, roleplay-wise, it'd be nice to have somebody who's sort of good at the job. And then I think he can probably fit into one of these positions here. Let's have a look at Viserys. So he's not very good at, well, anything really apart from learning and prowess, but he's very good at prowess. He'd actually probably be better than you as muscle. Right? Yes. So that now means that Adenio is open to joining Intrigue Prowess. Intrigue Prowess, I think. Yeah, better than you. I think you'll be better than her as Footpad. Yes, a little bit. Cool. So, we're now down to 39 days per phase. We have that guy in there. Oh, also it says 96 is max now. Oh, I thought this capped at 90. But I guess this caps at 100? Oh. Oh, in which case, cool. We should definitely, should definitely have replaced that person. Alright then. Oh. New Lord Commander on the wall. A raven has brought news from Castle Black, my liege. With the passing of Lord Commander Yantos, the Sporn Brothers of Night Watch have chosen Ronald Hartley as the new commander. Alright then. This is the new Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Not particularly relevant for us, but, you know, that's who it is. Now it's 8 keys. 9 keys. I think we're going to need to wait like one more after this. Yeah, one more after 10, and that might actually even give us a 100% success chance. Unfamiliar rations. The culture in Stingrock is unfamiliar to me, and some of their customs equally alien. This is proven especially true when Viserys, acting as our cook for the evening, beckons me over to look at the stewing pot. It's a local recipe, he begins, supposedly authentically Westlander. I was assured so by a passing merchant. I look at the substance with suspicion. Is that stewed ermine with parsnips? So because I'm eccentric and a traveller, I can blend it with herbs from Crownlander cuisine, which gives us provisions, expands our culinary horizons, and every follower gets new taste for 10 years. Give it a try. What is this muck? Let's blend it with herbs. Let's do this. Also, the extra prowess is going to be great because pretty much everything in the scheme that we're currently in requires prowess. So now we're at 98% as our max, which is very good. 97. I think we'll cap at 100 anyway. I don't think we need to wait for it to go round one more. So let's do this. Execute scheme. Execute with confidence. Oh, it caps at 95, even if though it's at 98. Wait a second, look at this. Ah, I think what we... Yeah, wait a second. Yes, I think we've discovered what is called a bug. Because if we don't do anything, it's at 97% success chance. And if we do this, it goes down. I'm guessing if it's telling the truth, which the tooltip could be wrong, but if it's telling the truth, what it's doing is it's adding the 5% that we'd get from this and then lowering it to the cap of 95. Well, this is at 97. So actually we want to choose this option. Cool. Right, the Garden of Manticore's Keep is beautifully, blissfully silent. Wonderful. And now we can head back. As well, I would like to ask for some provisions on the way. Nice. We've arrived back here. We're then going to visit the city. And I'm going to grab some supplies. I might just pay for these things, you know? It's a shocking concept, but I think we're going to pay for them. Then we're going to head back, leave here for now, and grab Escort Emissary. Yes, where are we going? Right. A delegation from Lord Mathin saunters through the flaps of my great tent. Greetings, adventurer. Many are the roads of this world, treacherous and treacherous. If you'll work for Stillwood, my liege would pay well for your expertise. I, Lady Anya, am a most loyal servant of the Lord, and it is his words I must carry to Cornfield, to the halls of Lord Harris. Alright. Yeah, I think we could probably manage that. My entire camp will travel with us. The 2 steps to where we need to go. Alright. Sure, you know what? I think we'll just go. Yeah, I was gonna, like, leave us traveling somewhere far afield to end the episode, but we're here. Alright, we have arrived. Right, I will remain as a guest in this person's castle. Wonderful. And while we're here, we'll ask for a little bit of provisions from this guy, and I'll get some extra money as well. Great. And now, I think I can upgrade my mess tent again. No, wait, where it's 180 we need for the next level. Alright then. Well, hey, our level of fame went up. And we're now distinguished. Which increases our herd capacity. Yeah, it does seem like when they added in the nomad stuff, the landless adventurers gained a whole bunch of stuff with it. Yeah, it's a little weird. I know why it is. It's because nomads effectively use a lot of the same mechanics as landless adventurers, but it's very weird. And by the way, when I say that this is like they added it in, I'm meaning Paradox for the base game, not the mod makers. I think this is base game bugs, and I imagine if you go into the base game, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, I think all this nomadic stuff shouldn't really be showing up as a landless adventurer. But yeah, there's bigger problems with the nomads stuff anyway. So, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.